We have some horrible, heartbreaking news with Kenny and Armando from 90 Day Fiance. Guys, 90 Day Fiance, the other way, mid-season finale was on last night, and, surprisingly, it was unbelievable. We got to see so much drama, so much stuff went down that I'll talk about in a couple of minutes, but first, we need to talk about this horrible news that we have seen and heard with Kenny and Armando from 90 Day Fiance, and like I said, the mid-season finale was on last night, and we also got to see the trailer for the rest of this season. And in that trailer, we got to see some awful stuff with Kenny and Armando. So I don't want to waste any more time. Let's just jump right into it. What is this awful, heartbreaking stuff? Well, we got to see two really bad things. Number one, we did get to finally see Kenny and Armando. We got to see Kenny meet Armando's family. And yeah, the little glimpse we got to see, they were not happy. I mean, I can barely even put a smile on my face. I feel so bad for Kenny and honestly for Armando. We got to see Armando's mom run around. It looked like that Armando's dad wouldn't even come out and acknowledge Kenny. And it's like, what do? They're just trying to live their life and be happy, and his parents aren't having it, and it really sucks to see. And if that is not bad enough, we also got to see in the trailer for the rest of the season that Kenny and Armando tried to get, I guess, a marriage license of some sort in Mexico to get married in Mexico, and they got denied. It sucks, it's sad, it's horrible, it makes me just upset, honestly. I legitimately do feel bad for these guys because you can say what you want about Kenny. Honestly, though, I feel like Kenny from the bottom of his heart loves that man. He loves Armando. And Armando, I think he feels the exact same way about Kenny. So seeing that, number one, Armando's parents clearly do not support this relationship, and I don't even know if they're even going to acknowledge Kenny, that sucks. And then number two, seeing that they got denied for a marriage certificate or whatever in Mexico is just horrible. So, the relationship on the outside doesn't seem to be working. They can't get married. Their parents don't accept them. But in the inside, them as a couple, they do seem to be doing fabulous. And from what I'm seeing on social media, they definitely seem to still be together. So Kenny and Armando, it's not great news, but I do wish them nothing but the best. And it seems like that they are still working well together. And now for the rest of last night's episode, the first couple I want to talk about is Ariella and Biniyam. And this couple, like Kenny and Armando, they have stuff that's not working for sure, and they are constantly kind of fighting. And honestly, you guys, I can only point the blame towards Ariella. On the surface, on the show, Biniyam seems to just be a terribly nice guy. The guy seems so incredibly nice. He's doing this. He's offering to basically do everything. And in last night's episode, their living situation, I don't even know where they're living, honestly. They might have had like a temporary condo or something, but I do know that Biniyam wanted them to move into his cousin's apartment, which we saw a few episodes ago. It was just a complete wreck. It needed to be redone. However, Biniyam did offer on several different occasions that if you give me just 1 week, I will fix it. Now, I'm not saying that he actually could fix it and redo it in a week, but at least the guy is offering. But Ariella just said, no, we're not doing that. Let's go look at an apartment. And they did go and look at one, and it was very nice. It was a very nice place, had hot water and everything. However, it was $1,400 a month, which is just boom. I mean, that is a ton of money. And Biniyam just said, hey, I only make $500 a month. So obviously, I can't afford to pay 3 times my monthly salary in rent, and I don't know if Ariella would pay for it. I'm sure her parents would probably give her the money, but it really sounded like Biniyam wanted to pay for it and be able to kind of, support himself and his wife and his kid. So once again, like the Kenny and Armando situation, it sucks. It broke my heart for Biniyam. So then they left the new apartment, and then of course, Biniyam was like, hey, my cousin's apartment is only like $170 a month, which I can afford to pay. Let's give that a shot. And Ariella was so emotional, and she was being verbal and going off on him, just saying no. She wasn't giving him any other options. Now I get it, she is pregnant, she's probably going through some emotion, she's in a different country, so I don't want to put all the blame on her, but man, she will not give this guy a real shot, and she just seems so hard on him. And honestly, she doesn't even really seem to like him, so I just feel horrible for Biniyam. She keeps talking about what if I leave, what if I do this, what if I do that, and remember, Biniyam's family, they all passed away. His parents are gone. His ex-wife and, the kid, they're also gone. So now his new woman, who was pregnant with his kid, is threatening to leave. It's not a good situation. Okay, now let's fast forward over to Jenny and Sumit. And you know, you guys, this is just like the weirdest couple, the weirdest people on this show like ever. They are so bizarre. Now, we can talk about Jenny and Sumit. Okay, yeah, they're in love. They probably are in love, but they are just a weird couple to begin with because we all know he was catfishing her. Then he was married. Then, okay, they had a million different issues. But if you didn't know, in 2013, I want to say, Jenny actually did visit Sumit in India, and not for a day or two or a week, for 4 months. And she didn't visit him in like a hotel. She literally stayed in, I guess, Sumit's parents' apartment or house or whatever, but she stayed with them for 4 months, which is just like, I mean, that's like a quarter of a year. She stayed there, I'm sure, rent-free. So, you know, Sumit's parents, they know Jenny. They lived with Jenny for 4 months. However, we got to see on last night's episode, we got to finally hear a little bit from Sumit's parents, and they were saying, hey, like, you know, Jenny, we thought she was going to stay for a couple days or a week or so, but she ended up staying for 4 months. However, you know, Sumit's mom was like, I took her in like a really close friend because they're definitely close in age, and she thought that Sumit and Jenny were just friends, like a mother-son friendship type thing. Now, when I heard that, I couldn't help but cringe. And don't get me wrong, it makes sense because they have such a huge age gap that Sumit's parents would just figure, well, okay, they're probably friends, like, I guess, like a mother-son, I guess, but the way I see Jenny and Sumit, I don't see them like a mother-son at all, so yeah, I was cringing. It was very awkward, and I'm not saying that, you know, Sumit's parents are right for just completely not being open to their relationship, but I do kind of get where they are coming from, kind of. But in last night's episode, we got to see Sumit walk over. He must like live really close, I guess, because he was definitely walking. So we got to see him walk over to his parents' place, and he was going to sit them down and just tell them, hey, I'm getting divorced and I am going to marry Jenny so that when her visa expires within a couple months that she can stay here and she doesn't have to go back to America and then come on back. So he was just going to lay it down the line and tell them this is what he wants to do. Obviously, there's like a 0.0001% chance that his parents are okay and cool with it, but he just wants to tell them, hey, I'm going to do this and I know you're not going to accept it. I just want you to know and just do not interfere with what I'm trying to do, which probably, honestly, they probably are going to interfere to some capacity because they do not seem open or interested in this at all. And, you know, Sumit's mom was like, hey, I do not like Jenny. I feel like she is not being good in this relationship. She's not a good person. And it's like I said, they lived together for 4 months. They know each other. This is just really awkward and really, really weird. So we're just gonna have to wait until October freaking 11th or 12th until the rest of the season comes out, which I am just so unbelievably mad about, but I'll talk about that more at the end of the episode. Now let's go over to, I guess let's talk about Brittany and Yazin. Here's the scoop with them. I'll keep them really quick. I don't know what to believe. I don't even know what to think. Brittany, before she came over to Jordan, she went and she filed for a divorce in Chicago. Her mom lives in Chicago. She was temporarily living in Chicago, so she filed for her divorce there. And guess what? She just got an email that, hey, in a day or so, the court for your divorce is going to be going on in Chicago, and you must be here. So, of course, she freaked out. She bought an airline ticket, and she was going to jump on a plane and go back to Chicago. And obviously, she completely just thrown her out of the blue, and Yazin was like, why are you leaving so fast? But if you don't remember, she never even told Yazin that she is still married. So, crazy. And so she just lied to him and said, hey, I'm going back to see my sister because she is pregnant and I want to see the baby or whatever. I don't even know if she already gave birth or what, but that was her excuse. Yazin, he 50-50 believed it. Part of him did kind of believe it, but the other part of him was like, gosh, I wonder if she is lying to me. And yes, Yazin, she is lying. So I don't know what happens if he ever finds out. I do know that in the trailer for the rest of this season, that number one, Yazin and Brittany were fighting like crazy over FaceTime. So I think what happens is she goes back to the US, maybe he hears a rumor that she's still married, maybe she even tells him that, yes, Yazin, I am still married, I don't know. But I think after that happens, he gets so mad. And it sounds like from Soap Dirt, because Soap Dirt had a little bit of a leak. I don't know everything exactly, but it sounds like that, Yasmin starts getting some threats and whatnot because he is with Brittany, and Brittany's posting all of these pictures of you-know-what on social media, and in their culture, that is not accepted at all, and people are starting to get mad. So then we saw Tim and Melisa, and I'm trying to think if they were the last couple. Oh no, we also saw Devin and Jihoon, which I'll talk about more in a couple of seconds. But yeah, we saw Tim and Melisa, blah, nothing. Honestly, they need to go their separate ways and just end their relationship. But what happened was Tim and Melisa, they met up for a little dessert, a late night dessert. They started talking, and Tim was just saying, hey, I met up with the people from my job thing, and they basically just said the only way that this could really work and that I can get a job easily in Colombia is if we were to get married. And obviously Melisa just said, I'm not marrying you anytime soon. So of course that's out of the realm of possibility. And then Tim kind of just said under his breath, like, well, thank God I still have my job in the US. And then when Melisa heard that, she just freaked the crap out and was like, you still have your job? Because I guess Tim, not very good, never told her. So I don't consider that a lie that he never told her. Now, if he was hiding it from her, that's one thing. But the way he told her, it didn't sound like he was hiding it or he had any idea that he hadn't even told her. And Melisa got so mad like it was some big, huge, gigantic secret and that he's still hiding stuff from me, which, come on, Melisa, that is not at all how I perceived it. Maybe it was like that, but I'm not really seeing it. But obviously my point is, they're a horrible couple. They have all these trust issues now. She won't believe a word out of his mouth. And not only that, he's not even the best, most attractive looking guy. So just break up, end your relationship. Now, usually I don't give a crap and I'm not excited at all to see what happens with this couple. But now, at the end of this stupid mid-season finale, whatever, Melisa said that she has been hiding stuff from Tim. Okay, now what could she be hiding? Now put in the comments below if you guys know anything or if you have any guesses. My only guess is likely maybe she was with another man because, he cheated on her and she wanted to retaliate and get right back at him. That would be the likely scenario, but typical 90-Day Fiance, maybe she's hiding some secret and the secret isn't that big of a secret. So I don't know what happens. I do know that in the remainder of the season, a little trailer we got to see for the rest of the season, Tim did ask Melisa, and he said, hey, did you ever cheat on me? And she goes, well, why would I have to answer that? Because she's all snarky and mean and whatnot. And Tim said, I want to know. And then they cut. So I don't know if maybe she did cheat, maybe she didn't. I have no idea. And last but not least, I believe would be Devin and Jihoon. And boo-hoo for Devin, her mom did in fact end up leaving. Alicia, she left, went back to the States. It was sad for Devin, even Devin's daughter Drusilla, which I will say I'm no parent by any means, I don't think, knock on wood, just kidding, but I'm not a parent, but I will say about Drusilla, she's a little wild. I get so many comments from you guys that, oh my God, Devin is a horrible mom and she doesn't know how to take care of her daughter. I don't want to say that because I'm not a parent, so I can't judge parents, but I will say she's got some energy, and yeah, she is definitely all over the place. She's here, she's there, she's a little wild, but okay, I don't want to judge too much on the parenting skills because that's not my area of expertise. But yeah, Alicia left. Devin and Drusilla were very sad, and Jihoon was over there with a big old smile on his face. Now, I get it that it's not his parent, but, hey, it's your mother-in-law. You shouldn't be that happy. So he's all smiley and giggly, and he's happy, and he's just excited that now he doesn't have Alicia, on his back 24/7, which I do kind of get. And then that was basically it. Now, their relationship, you can just see, does not seem to be going well. We do know now in present day, spoiler, spoiler, spoiler alert, that it does not sound like they are still together, but I don't really know what totally was the big, thing that really ended their relationship. And I have heard rumors from several different people that Jihoon did something just out of this world, unbelievably horrible. And once he did that, Devin was like, I'm done, this relationship is over. I just don't know what that thing is. Now, in the trailer for the rest of this season, we did get to see Devin ask Jihoon if he ever cheated on her or if he's talking to any other women. So maybe he cheated. I have no idea. So guys, 90-Day Fiance, the other way, stupid mid-season finale. And yes, I wanted to talk about this because I am mad. I am just so upset. My Monday nights were awesome because I could watch this show. It's only an hour long, and now I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know if they are replacing it. I have heard that the family Chantel is coming back, but I think that's not coming back until October. So I don't know what is going on. Kind of upset. Fingers crossed they can maybe get something good. I know that they are filming stuff with Ed, and I've heard some other castmates, so I don't know if that's going to replace it, but probably not, because now it's like they need to edit it and cut it and do all this stuff, and it's like the show's already done for this stupid mid-season finale now, so I don't know. Maybe we're not going to have anything on TV on Monday night now, 90 Day Fiance wise. So I guess if there's another show on Monday nights you guys would recommend I watch, maybe a Housewives show, I don't know, let me know in the comments. Well guys, thank you so much for watching. I guess we're gonna have to wait until October 12th. However, if I do hear any spoilers in the meantime for the rest of this season with these castmates, I'm certainly going to let you guys know. Well, thanks so much for watching. Make sure to tap that like button, hit the comments below, hit the subscribe button, and stay tuned for many more videos.